Today, I'm going to be talking about Goodwill. So let's talk a little bit about traditional Goodwill. What does that mean in the accounting and business world? Well, the Goodwill in the accounting and business world is the value of the company above the book value of the company. So basically, like if someone's going to come in and purchase your company for $1 million, but your assets, your net assets, which is basically all your real tangible assets minus the liabilities. So the fair market value of those assets could be, say, like 700,000, and then your liabilities are 100,000. So that would make the value, the net asset value, 600,000. So the Goodwill is worth 400,000 because somebody's purchasing your company for $1 million. And so the difference between the net assets and the actual purchase price or the valuation is considered to be goodwill. But how do you create goodwill? Well, here's number one, your intellectual property. If you have a logo, if you have something that is literally distinguishing your brand from everybody else's, trademark that. Make sure you trademark that, or make sure you copyright, register. And what I mean by trademark that is register it with the USPTO, register your copyright with the US Copyright Office. And so register your patents also. And if you have a trade secret, that is also very important. So these are the things, when you register them with the federal government, you have automatically increased the value of your business. You have created demand for your business that may not have been there. And so you are creating a space that is now leveled up because of the registrations of the intellectual property that you have in your business. When you're trying to sell your business, you are like, I have a trademark in this. I have a registered copyright in this. My patent is also registered. So when that happens, it really increases the value of whatever you're trying to sell automatically. Now, number two is the quality of the workforce and the corporate culture. So it's not just who you're hiring, but it's also how you're training them, how you're developing them, and what's your corporate culture also. Do you have an awesome corporate culture, or do you have a corporate culture that is absolutely terrible and everybody knows about it? And so whether or not you believe corporate culture to be something that is important in your business or even in the industry, but when the time comes and you're trying to figure out the goodwill, that corporate culture will speak volumes at that point also, because people talk, employees talk, and the word spreads as well. Number three, customer service. Customer service kind of goes into the whole customer loyalty as well, and kind of goes into number four, what I'm about to say also is, which is grace and help others. So they kind of go hand in hand, because customer service is a third party that you're dealing with, along with your industry peers. And those are also third parties that you're dealing with, and how you're communicating with them matters. It's not just only about the customer service, but it's about the relationship service that you're giving with other business relationships that you have, because there's so many other business relationships that exist. It's not just a B2C, but it's a lot of B2B happening as well. So you want to foster those relationships. You want to, again, cultivate those relationships and show grace where you need to show grace. If you are able to take a little setback for something, take it. So that way you can show goodwill at that point. You are showing grace at that point. You're showing also that you are concerned and caring about the person and not just about the business. And so that truly makes such an impact, because the more you do abundantly for the third parties, for your community, for those relationships, the more you will get back when you need it. And I say this from a tried and tested point of view, and not just from something that just sounds really amazing to hear. And it kind of goes into what I was saying about the grace. Is having grace for others is very important. We want others to show us leverage. We want them to give us a little room for wiggle. And it's really important that we give wiggle room to others also, because if we don't have the capacity to give it, how can we ask for it? And so life happens. Be practical sometimes. We love our contracts. I love my contracts. We should all have a clause in our contract that's a waiver clause, and that clause gives you the ability to show grace without having to compromise future action if there were to be more breaches. And so it's super important, though, to be discretionary, and it's super important to show discretion as well, and to show the latitude when you need to show it. Number 5 is market strength. Market strength is essentially saying show up. Show up when people need you. Show up when your community needs you. Show up when things are not going well, but you are showing accountability. You're showing trustworthiness. You're showing that people can rely on you also. So it doesn't matter if it's something that, your business has made a mistake. Your company's like, oh my gosh, that was really bad. Own it. Show up and own it and show accountability. If there has been a major crisis that's happening in your community, whether it's local or regional, show up if you can. However, in whatever capacity, show up. Whether it's a small group of people or a big group of people, show up. With that, I say goodbye. And if this was great and super helpful to you, subscribe, share, and also go to the link down below and you'll find the 5-day legal challenge so that you can also see where the gaps are in your business and where you need to pour in some more love. Until then, I'll see you later. Bye.